This is for educational purposes only. What's good, y'all? Back with a new video. You know what it is. Hey, we getting right to it. Man, look, I was looking up some stuff the other day and I came across this airport in Denver, Colorado. Hopefully, or maybe you guys heard about it. I'm just now hearing about it. Well, that's not true. I heard about it some years ago, but then I did a little research on it and I got it here in my notes. So it's called Denver New World Airport. So it was built in 1995 by the Freemasons, and it's got some interesting stuff, man. And if you haven't seen or heard about it, just wait with me. Check this out. So my notes, built 95, right? So it has a large capstone in the front, and underneath of it, they have a time capsule under the capstone that's supposedly supposed to be open in 2095. Now, you think about Freemasons, you know, they have a history that a lot of people don't know about, or a lot of people assume they know about. And for YouTube purposes, this is for educational purposes only. I'm gonna clip that and put that in the beginning. Anyway, you know how they run. So what is in that time capsule? That's my question. What do you think is in that time capsule? Who knows? But next thing, allegedly, and this is alleged, that airport that was built by them has an underground military base underneath the airport, and also has cities underground stretching for miles. Now, that's a little hard to believe, but I mean, I've seen some underground areas that's been carved out to look like a city or a neighborhood or something like that. So who knows? When it comes to them, you can't never put it past them. You know what I mean? But yes, they're supposed to be miles long. Out front, in the front of this airport, there has this 32-foot high horse in the front. It's a blue horse, and it's evil looking. It's crazy looking. It has glowing red eyes. It has like the veins on his body and scars, and it looks like something to be feared, in my opinion, like something out of a nightmare. And the locals, they've named it Blucifer. And it's thought to believe that it was a representation of the end of times, the horse, the pale horse in the Bible. And it's like, I guess, symbolism at its best. And, you know, this group does that symbolism thing very well. So, you know, once again, I wouldn't put it past them. So they have this horse 32 feet high, and the sculptor that actually sculpted the horse carving ended up dying from a piece of the horse falling off and killing him. You know what I mean? And that's crazy to think, you know what I mean? The whole process of why, or if it has this significant meaning, if, you know, they had some ritual or what's under it, the capstone and who created it. It just gets weirder and weirder. So he ended up passing away from that. And yeah, unfortunately. And like I said, the locals, yeah, they call it Blucifer. And inside are paintings or pictures that tell stories. And the story that it's telling is telling about the end of the world and how the next world war is supposed to be projected, or what they think, or they know what's going to happen. And like, if you see the pictures, it's something else. And they have one of the pictures of some military type person swinging a sword and killing the dove. And the dove is supposed to symbol peace, and he's killing it, or it's killing it. And they also, in that same picture with the swipe that he's given, you can see a bunch of grieving mothers holding unalive babies in the process. Now, those are some of my notes. There are more, but what do you think about that? You know, when you hear all of that, what does that have to do with an airport? when you walking through the airport and you seeing stuff like this, some people might be like, oh, it's just art. You know, oh, they so creative. Yeah, this is cool, whatever. But not me. I don't think that. I think that it does have symbolism. You know, forget the underground bunkers and all of that stuff. But why is that in that airport? You know, they got the ghouls up there. I'm gonna have these pictures, but yeah, it's like it's very cryptic and, you know, intentional. You know, some of those pictures that they have. And you got to think, like, who wants to see stuff like that about the end of the world and, unaliving and destruction on the way to getting on the airplane? You know, it ain't even a game. It's not even funny. Like, why would you do that? Like, who thought of that? We know, because on the capstone, they have their symbol there. So it's no hiding who did it. So let's just go a bit further and let's say that they do have the underground army base in those cities. What are they preparing for? Why is it there at that airport? You know, if the paintings are real, what's happening? You know what I mean? They saying that the next mass unaliving of people all over the earth is going to be in the picture. They saying it's going to be like bio. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, you got to think, look at the track record. What just happened? What's happening? Every time you turn around, foods getting recalled. People getting sick off of the food. Every time you turn around, it's something. And I don't know. You know, they say it's 13 families that run the world. You know, the royals and I'm not going to say the names, but you can look it up. And they say that's who is in charge. And if they're that bold to put it out there, like they say they do put it in movies and things like that, the symbols and things, you know, they bold to do that. And as sad as it sounds, nobody can stop them unless we all come together, you know, and try to fight against the machine, you know. But with us divided, they conquer, and they good at dividing us. I'll say that much. And, you know, I've been a victim of that too. But, you know, now me just, you know, thinking and researching and doing more, that's a thing of the past. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, what do you guys think, man? This is a crazy airport. If you've been there, let me know. But man, I don't know if I would ever go there. You know what I mean? That's crazy to think all of this symbolism. It's even more. Some stuff I couldn't put up because if I did, this video will probably get struck down. That's how crazy it is. So go do your research, man. It's called the Denver New World Airport. And yeah, I'm still going to look in it more because it's just scratching the surface. You know what I mean? But I'm going to end that topic there, and we just going to jump right into the next topic. And it kind of go hand in hand, kind of. This another thing that I don't know too much about, but I do want to talk about it real quick. The Ark of the Covenant. What do you guys think that is? So brief, you know, off the top, they say that it is a gold-plated wood chest that's supposed to contain the 10 Commandments from the Bible, the original 10 Commandments. And they've been using like remote viewers trying to find it. Like the military is trying to find it. In those emails, you know, Hillary sent the email asking for the location of it. How can we find it? Like, it's just crazy, you know, to think about. And they say that they found the location, but not the exact. But they saying it's in Ethiopia somewhere. So I don't know, but do you think this is real? Do you believe in the covenant? And they say, you know, if you do come into contact with it, it's not supposed to be open until there's a signal for somebody, that one person, to open it. And if you ever try to open it, you'll be unalive instantly. You're gone. You know, some people say that you go blind and things like that. And that's crazy to think about. And I know it's like some otherworldly thing, but you got to understand, like, just because we get up and go to work every day, or we do the same thing every day, that doesn't mean that something greater doesn't exist. You know, if you have a creator, that's something greater than you that exists. So who knows, you know, from those stories that's written in that Bible, you know, I'm not saying they fake or real. I don't know, you know, but I know that it's something greater than myself. And I know as far as like this, I mean, the 10 Commandments is, you know, I go by them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where are they? They were written in stone. They were stone tablets. So where are they located? And to have those, not even to say I want them, but to have those somewhere on this planet, I would think they would be guarded heavily. I would think that not anybody is allowed to go to them. You know what I mean? If they exist, because nobody should have that type of, I'm not saying power, but you know, it's just historical documents, and it's very connected to, you know, a higher power. So I don't know why these people, these higher ups are looking for it, but they are. And it's a lot of talk about it. You know, it got to be something else in there. I don't know. I haven't read the Bible front to back, so I don't know what else could be in there. I just know that those tablets are supposed to be in there. So what do you think? Do you think it's real? Would you take a chance on trying to open it? Would you be open to go search for it? I would. Let me think. Nah, I ain't trying to go blind, and I'm trying to live my life. I'll just leave them where they hid, for real. I'll leave it. It was hidden and it's put away for a reason. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. That's how I feel. But would you take that chance? Would you just go to say, hey, I know where it's at, you know, just to not open it, just to see, you know? I've seen some stories saying that the people that are guarding it have gotten radiation poison, and they have cataracts over their eyes where they can't see in Ethiopia. I don't know how true that is, but that's scary as hell, you know, but they're guarding it for a reason, if this is true. And if somebody's guarding something, protecting that thing, you stay away from it, you know. But I don't know, man. What do you think? This is a quick video, but yeah, this was crazy. The Denver New World Airport and Ark of the Covenant, you know, it kind of go hand in hand. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I'll be back sooner than later, man. I'll have some more upbeat and, you know, trendy topics soon. You know, plenty of that left. But with that being said, I'm out of here, man. You know what it is. Peace.